A very good morning to all the delegates, distinguished panelists, Shri Bakshi ji, my colleague, Shri Vijay Anand, Mr. Ravi Gupta, secretaries from various states, and the participants. I am Anantaramu, Chairman and Managing Director of Andhra Pradesh Central Power Distribution Company Limited. As most of you know, after the power sector reforms, the energy sector unbundling has taken place from the monolithic boards to formation of generation corporations, transmission corporations, and the distribution corporations. So the distribution corporations basically do the last mile of service delivery to the public in releasing of the services and in providing the service, metering, billing, and then collecting of the revenue, and then the chain goes back towards finally to the generators. So in Andhra Pradesh, after these reforms, we have, coming to the distribution sector, we have 4 distribution companies in Andhra Pradesh, covering the entire state of Andhra Pradesh. My company, Central Power Distribution Company, covers 8 districts, including the capital city of Hyderabad, Secunderabad, with the largest consumer base of about 80 lakh consumers, covering about 2.8 crore population. So this is about the 50% of the entire state distribution network. Financially, in terms of financial business turnover, it's about 15,000 crores of business annually, purchasing power, and then distribution, delivery, collection of the energy charges, and continuously trying to upgrade. Hence, all the more importance that the IT applications, as all of you are aware, basically any service has to be efficient to cater to the needs of the consumers and at the same time be able to run their organization in the most efficient manner to reduce the cost so that those reduced cost benefits can be passed on to the consumers. So this certainly is a fertile field for using the IT applications and IT initiatives. We have taken certain initiatives in AP Central Power Distribution Company. I would be briefly touching on those initiatives. While doing that, I would also like project what are the potential areas still large IT initiatives are possible and where the potential for collaboration and further development is available. Briefly to touch upon my consumer base, covering about 93,480 kilometers, 27.99 million population, 8 million consumers. This is the breakup of my geographical area. Rangareddy includes Hyderabad and Secunderabad, Medak, Nalgonda, Mehboob-Nagar, Kurnool and Anantapur, covering 7 districts, apart from Hyderabad. So we have totally 11 circles. This is as it stands in the map of Andhra Pradesh. It also gives a breakup of different consumer base, particularly domestic, non-domestic, industrial, cottage and other kinds of industries, HT consumers, HT industries, and a brief about the infrastructure that we have. The 33 by 11 kV substations, which transform 33 kV voltage level to 11 kV and then further to the distribution network. So some of the initiatives which have been developed in-house by the Central Power Distribution Company have been listed out. First and foremost is energy billing system, because that is the heart of any business. Billing and collection would be the heart of any business. We have a robust database covering all the consumers that we have. And the second one is e-audit, energy audit system. Third is customer service center, consumer analysis tool, monitoring and tracking systems, online bill payments, online bill enquiry, and billing details through SMS. And we have adopted SAP Systems Applications Product, section automation system. So briefly I will be touching each of these. Under energy billing system has been used for online billing and collection. The database of 8 million customers is quite a huge database, which clearly and exactly tracks the history of the consumer and automatically also generates the bills each month. We have meter reading, billing and collection to eliminate the tampering and manipulate and thus improve the collection efficiency. This software provides for improved facilities, having a centralized billing application in the central server located in our corporate office, eliminates dependence on private accounting agencies. Just imagine the number of people which will have to be employed just to keep the accounts of these many number of consumers, which has been to a large extent eliminated by this centralized billing application which is being adopted. Billing cycle time is greatly reduced. It's web enabled, wherein the consumer can also log in and see the status of his bill, his payment history, and can even pay the bills online. This is the broad architecture. We have handheld portable meter reading instruments which can be read on the field. The meter reader can enter in the details of the meter, and then automatically it can be updated from that very location in our central server. That is also possible. On the other hand, he can go back to his electricity revenue office. From there, log on, and it comes to our central server, and the database gets clearly updated. We have a common platform, the Oracle database front-end application with Java, and online billing, collection, arrears, exceptional details which are available online for monitoring purpose at various levels. This assists in speedy disposal of consumer grievances in electricity revenue offices. Better security, anybody can view these reports from anywhere. Manipulations in MIS reports is not possible. Billing process can be cross-checked. Automatic journals for category changes, integration with SAP, integration with consumer analysis tool, integration of sales database. Sales database is generated from EBS. And this is our regulatory requirements, APRC reports generation, timely generation of current D list. D list is disconnection list. That is, whoever is not paying, which also could be, all these help the company to do their functions in the most effective and efficient manner, which helps in reduction of costs and providing of proper services to the consumers. And we have these various kinds of modes of bill payments which are right now available. Electricity revenue office counters, we have online counters, offline counters, private collection agencies, spot billing and collecting machines, e-Seva centers. Through e-Seva centers, we get a lot of our collections every month. Online bill payment through any of these websites, through Rajiv Internet, electronic clearing system, bill junction, bill desk for your payment through credit card or debit card. And then we have spot collection machines, centralized payment through checks. These are the various kinds of payment mechanisms which are available. Extending it to the rural areas, we also have rural service delivery points which have been developed by IT department, through which also we can get our collections. We also have web self-service for the consumers, online bill payments, consumption history on registration. He can have his, he can register on our website, and he can clearly view his consumption history, his payment history, and if he has any doubts, he can clarify through this application. Registration of grievances, status of new service registration, consumer complaint, SMS alerts on the billing information, and the other various activities of the company can also be seen through this web portal. The next most important is the consumer analysis tool. We look for the exceptional reports, because the billing and energy business is a very sensitive business, because any kind of a loss or any kind of a pilferage or any kind of a malfunction can lead us to huge losses in terms of energy loss and energy theft. Hence, it's very important that we monitor every month the consumers' consumption patterns and also the actual payments aspects. So this tool helps us in analyzing this kind of information, and billing and consumption reports, metering analysis, exceptional reports are generated through this. Monitoring and tracking system, being as I said, again in terms of enforcement, we also have a huge enforcement network which continuously keeps on inspecting and also verifying the various consumers to ensure that there is no pilferage or there is no theft. So all the cases of the theft related cases are put on this and monitored continuously. Customer service centers. Earlier the consumers had to approach different offices for release of supply or to resolve any of the metering and billing issues. Now it can be done at one place. Customer service center, integrated customer service centers are available. He can register for a new service, new service connection release, and it would be done as per the service standards within a given time frame. Within 7 days it would be released, and he can monitor the status of his application, online. Similarly, any grievance or any complaints regarding metering and billing issues can also be taken up in these kind of counters. This is a single window customer center which caters to all needs of consumers. The service charter of the company is also being adhered through these centers. This is the broad architecture which is available at the customer service center. Enterprise resource product. We were using SAP 4.7, which has been fully made operational, and now from SAP 4.7 we have already migrated to 6 SAP Enterprise Central Component version 6. Under this we have plant maintenance, project systems, and HRMS, payrolls, data monitoring. Particularly, I would just briefly mention each of that. Project management system is specifically designed to provide comprehensive and fully integrated project management function. Projects are defined, structured into organizational form that map to the specific project. Project is broken down to levels of activities like internal activities, external activities, cost activities, and material component. Entire workflow of all these bulk projects, schemes, improvements, and deposit contribution works is captured in the PS module. Different stages of execution of scheme project can be monitored. Transparency is being brought in as the entire execution of the scheme is made available and is monitored at any level and from anywhere it can be monitored. Plant maintenance, particularly an organization dealing with huge quantities of equipment, we need to keep a clear track of each and every one of our major equipments, particularly like the distribution transformers, the power transformers, and some of the major components. The distribution transformers, for example, they number about 250,000 distribution transformers in this entire company area. So each and every distribution transformer location is available, each and every distribution transformer's history, in the sense when it was installed and when it has gone for a first repair, the second repair, the third repair, and so on till it's in condemned shape and it comes back for as a scrap. Similarly is the meters, the regular energy meter, which also number about 70 lakhs, because I am saying 70 lakhs because of the 80 lakh consumers, 10 lakh agriculture consumers are not fully covered for the metering. Only the income tax payees are covered for metering in agriculture sector. So we do have a track of this 60 lakh energy, 70 lakh energy meters as it is used from the time it is used, installed, brought back whenever it's whenever there is a problem in the meter and it is condemned and it's discarded. Till the time this number and the location is monitored. So this gives a clear track of various kinds of repairs which are taken up on different various kinds of equipment. Similar is the case of other distribution transformers. I would briefly touch upon this RAPDRP. RAPDRP stands for Reformed Accelerated Power Distribution and Reforms Project. So this is with the assistance of Ministry of Power, Government of India. So the central sector scheme started in July 2008. The main focus of this program is to establish reliable and automated systems for collection of baseline data, adoption of IT in areas of energy auditing and accounting, establishment of consumer care centers, strengthening of distribution network of state power utilities, primarily to reduce the AT and C losses. AT and C losses stand for technical and commercial, aggregate the technical and commercial losses. It also envisages establishment of SCADA, which is Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System, and also Distribution Management System in major towns, and capacity building, incentive scheme for distribution personnel, etc. Power Finance Corporation has been coordinating and it's the nodal agency in this operation of this. So basically this contains two parts. Part A includes the projects for establishment of baseline data and IT applications for energy accounting and auditing and IT-based consumer service centers. Part B shall include regular distribution strengthening projects, which is more of a hardware part of it. What is related to the IT initiatives all falls in Part A, so which includes consumer indexing, asset mapping, GIS mapping of the entire distribution network, automatic meter reading on distribution transformers and feeders, automatic data logging for all distribution transformers and feeders, SCADA DMS in major towns and cities with population over 4 lakhs and energy input of more than 350 million units, feeder segregations, ring fencing, establishment of IT-enabled customer care service centers, establishment of baseline data system. I would leave this apart, this part, because this is more of a hardware part of it. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is the broad breakup of, right now under Part A IT initiatives, 30 towns which are above 30,000 population have been taken up. And the IT initiatives include each and every distribution transformer in those towns is metered, and the energy input in that town through the available substation is measured, and that has to again finally aggregate the distribution transformer, whatever they record, the aggregate should come properly, and we can monitor this online, continuously monitor the distribution transformer, what is happening at the distribution transformer level. That is, various phases are available, active, the energy input, is there a loss, various aspects can be monitored continuously. And under this project, they thought they included all these parameters or these various kinds of applications and softwares which are to be developed. Fortunately, we already had Central Power Distribution Company had already most of these applications which were already developed in-house. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System. Basically, in major cities and towns, to continuously online monitor the status of the substations. All the substations which are located in a major city like, let's say, Hyderabad, we have about 280 substations within the city, which finally deliver energy or power to the consumer. So the status of each and every such substation is very, very important. So online at one place, it can be monitored, the status of each substation, the various equipment components in each of that substation can be monitored. Any faults can be isolated so that it does not reflect in larger areas of outage, and it can be restricted to a very small area, and immediate corrective actions, corrective steps can be taken. This is the architecture. This is what I was telling about the outage management system. Particularly in the traditional way, the people will have to travel along the power lines, will have to identify the problem, identify the fault or disturbance, and then take up corrective actions. So through this outage management system, we are planning to install fault location indicators, and through these fault location indicators, it can be identified, located at a very short time, and then the corrective action can be taken. So the interruptions and disturbance to the consumer would be to the least. These list out the various benefits and the impact, which would also reflect in our revenues, because if I am not able to supply for a particular period of time, then the consumption is lost forever. So which even if I have subsequently, the time can't be recovered. These are the things which have already been done. The data center has been established. Centralized customer call centers have been done. Call center reports with section automation systems and online spot collections, auto generation of notices, software for theft cases, assessment amounts collections, KVEH billing, okay, I'll leave that. Integration of LT multi-services apartments with energy billing systems. Just one another aspect which unfortunately is not covered in my presentation, I would like to briefly touch upon. Now, the next stage after the automation at the DTR level, from the distribution transformer level, the information can be monitored in the central server up to the distribution transformer level. Next, further what? Is it just sufficient to stop at the distribution transformer level? No. Probably we need to even go up to the consumer meter level and to understand what is happening at the consumer's location. So only then we will be able to exactly pinpoint if there are losses taking place, where the losses are occurring, whether it is in particular consumer area or in a particular location as such. So the next step is the smart metering in energy sector, particularly smart metering which have features for two-way communication with these meters. That is, we will be able to receive data from the meters remotely without a person actually reaching there, and also be able to communicate to the meter. Like for example, there is a theft or there is an excessive usage without the sanctioned kind of a load. So the meter can be remotely shut down from our central server location. Similarly, but in terms of demand response system, what I mean is with the deficit in energy in most of the states and at particular periods of the time, that is particularly from evening 6:30 to 8:30 or 9:30, where the energy demand is at its peak. The system probably sometimes cannot take the entire load. So the present available tool is to totally shut down a particular area or more than one particular area to reduce the demand on the system, to keep the system safe and stable. With the IT application, probably it should be possible that instead of a total blackout in any particular area or any particular larger area, we can think of having a brownout, in the sense to reduce through our ICT to send a message to the consumers, and the utilities can send these messages to the consumer so that the consumer reduces his usage and everybody is able to have at least the lighting load without having to have a total blackout. So work is being done on this aspect on the smart metering system. So we are yet to establish the standards and proceed in these lines. So these are some of the initiatives and what are the possibilities that are there. I have just briefly touched upon. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.